take a nice deep breath and relax. See how deeply you can relax while you're watching this video. How to sustain awakened consciousness. I want to talk about one huge misconception that I see all over the place in the spiritual world. And you could apply this to the law of attraction. I don't really talk about the law of attraction. This is like, we're at a different level here. But there's one huge misconception that I see is spiritual seekers are in a space of trying to get somewhere. They have this sense of, oh, once I finally arrive, everything's going to be perfect. My external circumstances are going to line up perfectly. I'm going to have all the money I want. I'm going to have, all the greatest, romantic relationship. I'm going to have my dream job. Like everything's going to be perfect. I'm going to be 100% happy all the time. I'm never going to experience loss again. I'm never going to have another challenge. I'm never going to have another disappointment. I'm never going to experience pain again. I'm never going to experience fear again. I'm never going to experience doubt again, right? I can go on and on. We have this idea, those of us who are spiritual seekers, I know for sure, maybe other people do too, that we are finally going to arrive somewhere, right? Like I used to have this, and it still creeps up on me occasionally. But that's why we're on a seeking path in the first place, is like we have this idea of like, one of these days, if I just keep meditating and keep meditating and keep meditating and doing all these practices, finally, one day, I am going to arrive and I'm going to be enlightened and everything is going to be perfect. So here's the truth, and here's the key distinction I want to talk about here. The truth is, yes, as you open to more of who you truly are, you will experience more bliss and love and joy and happiness and freedom. That is absolutely true. I like to call it your resting set point. I just made this up. This is something I use to describe this. Your resting set point. So kind of how you're walking through the world every day will start to be that of a more awakened consciousness, bliss, love. Like you're kind of walking through the world like this, and this is your experience. Versus most people's resting set point, I would say, is somewhere around stress, anxiety, and tension. Most people are walking around the world very, very tense, whether they know it or not. Most people are very tense. And so, yes, your resting set point will start to shift and change, and it's beautiful. However, that doesn't mean that you don't still experience pain and loss and heartbreak, and that challenges and things are thrown at you constantly, right? Like part of the human experience is to experience the whole spectrum of the human experience. And that includes all of these things that we identify as bad and that we are busy avoiding and resisting and running from, right? So those things still happen, even as you start to become more enlightened and awakened, and you experience more bliss and love and miracles and magic. Those things still happen. The key is that when you are presented with a challenge, or what appears to be a challenge, you could perceive it all as an opportunity, which I do a lot more in my life I start to see everything as an opportunity. But that's the distinction, is like something gets thrown at you and you're able to open and deepen and relax in face of what's being thrown at you. And when you do that, you just keep opening and you keep deepening, and you're able to respond from a deeper part of yourself. And when you do that, you're creating something new. You're in creation. You're actually in the moment creating a new, you might respond in a way you've never responded before. And it creates an entirely different dynamic with another person, for example, or in a job, or whatever you want to apply it to. Whereas most of us, when we're faced with a challenge or a disappointment or some kind of pain, we contract and then we react inside of our conditioning and patterning. Because we do that, nothing changes, we're not opening, we're not expanding into more of who we truly are. So this is the path. What I just said is the path of awakening, of enlightenment. It's being able to continually open and expand and deepen all the time, in every single moment, every single opportunity, yielding to a state of awareness that you bring to everyone you meet and everything you do. Like, this is the path of enlightenment. It's not about all your external circumstances lining up perfectly. Yes, you might make a lot of money. You might be in the most phenomenal romantic relationship that exists on planet Earth. You might be living in the center of and immersed in your life purpose. All these things are true. But that's not the point. And this is really, really, really important. I am making this distinction because I know, I see it all the time. There are so many people that have this, it's like they're still chasing something. They're very focused on, right? They're still trying to chase something, trying to get to some future moment. There is no future moment. It's like, in this moment, right now, can you open your heart? Can you deepen? Can you expand in whatever circumstance you're in right now? That's it. That's all there is. There is no future moment to get to. Life is not going to get better in the future. It's never, ever going to happen until you do it right now, in the moment. So I hope you take this key distinction away and you start applying this practice into your life. It takes practice, it takes commitment to remind yourself to open in every situation, every circumstance. Every moment is an opportunity for you to open. I am sending you so much love, bliss, and peace, and I will see you in the next video.